leaving the DMV. Annoyed. But hopefully legally driving again. Yeah, if you've been following along, then you know the Florida Department of Motor Vehicles sent me a letter last Friday evening. I didn't get it till Friday evening, saying that they were going to suspend my license by Monday morning at midnight if I didn't respond in time. So I didn't get any response time. I got it Friday evening. They were closed Saturday, Sunday, and you can't even go in person anyways. You got to schedule an appointment, which takes about a week or so before they'll see you. So even if I had gotten it, I couldn't have responded in time. Saying they were going to suspend my my driver's license because I canceled insurance on my RV. And I didn't turn in the tag, which I didn't know I had to. Because I've sold cars and stuff before and I didn't turn the tag in. I say, well, this is different because, see, we don't know if you're driving it. I'm like, it's an RV. It's a mobile home. I'm living in it, or I was living in it. It was parked, and it's been parked here. I got a letter from here from the place where I have it parked. I was like, well, we can't make an exception for that. So you're gonna have to pay the fee to get your license reinstated. Thankfully, it wasn't like $500, but it was $150. And I said, well, coming in person, you would have had to pay an additional $6.95. So if you go in person to the office to pay them, you have to pay additional money, $6.95. But because you're a veteran, and we want to thank you for your service, we're not going to charge you that fee. But we'll take the $150 though. I said, you can understand my frustration, right? He said, yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but I gotta go by what the rules are. The rules say you sold your vehicle and you did not turn in your tag and your registration. So we're suspending you and we're gonna fine you all this money. I said there, so what's the difference between this and when I sold my various cars and didn't turn the tag in? He said, well, you sold the cars. So if you sold the car, then, you don't have to turn the tag in. I said, well, what if I told you I sold the RV? He said, well, you got to show me the bill of sale. I said, can you wait till tomorrow? I'll have one for you. And then she says, well, you would be lying, and then you could go to jail for that. So if I had sold the RV, probably before the suspension date, then they would have left me alone. I don't know if you guys recall, I was trying to sell the RV. It was going to be sold in December, January. But that deal kind of fell through, and then I ended up keeping the RV, and I didn't end up in Thailand, which is where I think it should be right now. So here we are in Florida, driving with my license still suspended in the computer system. But I have a letter from the DMV. So if a cop pulls me over, I can pull out the letter and the receipt and say, look, look, I turned it in. It says I'm still legal. So we'll see what happens. I got to keep my eye on the DMV website, which has my license status. It's like a money grab, It's a money grab. That's all it is. You send out the notice and don't give people time to respond, and then you set up a system where they have to make an appointment that takes a week or two to get scheduled for an appointment. And the letter was dated the 25th of February. I didn't get it till the 13th of March. And you had to have it done by the 15th of March at midnight, on the 15th, which would be that night. And there was no way because they were closed. But not only that, they wouldn't even have been able to help me had I gone in person and said, look, I'm here to resolve this. They would have said, sorry, we can't help you. You got to get in line. You gotta make an appointment. That'll put you 2 or 3 weeks out. I mean, you missed the deadline anyway, so pay up. Anyhow, that's enough griping. At least I'm driving. And the stimulus check came in. So those of you who are in America that don't like the stimulus bailout, keep complaining about the stimulus bailout, feel free to send your stimulus my way. I'll gladly take it. If not, don't complain about it, okay? Honestly, I think the you guys do know that all this so-called stimulus money or COVID relief fund and stuff, it's your money. It's coming from your taxes. That's what's paying for the military and everything else the United States does, okay? It's your money. It's our money, the workers. We're even paying Social Security to help all those who can't help themselves, who have disabilities and other issues, We're paying the government. We're even paying the salaries of the Congress people. So those are money from the taxpayers. That's what your taxes are for. So, when they say, well, we're just going to put ourselves in debt, it's our own money that they owe us anyways. The government takes your money for taxes to run the country. And then they use it for everything from their, big, huge things that they do, the government does. Some of it's helpful, some of it's not helpful, some of it's hurtful, actually. But I don't feel guilty about taking the COVID relief or the stimulus money or whatever. It's my money. They taxed me. They took my money. They're giving it back. If you don't get a stimulus, I feel sad. I feel bad. Honestly, this is what Denoy's government. This is how my government would work if I was running the government, okay? You got a worldwide pandemic, and you're telling people to have their stores and stuff closed so they can't go to work, and you're telling people to stay in and stuff and not work and do all this stuff. But you're not stopping the billing and stuff for people to have to pay all their bills, their insurance, their driver's license suspension fee, all the shit that people normally have to deal with on a daily basis, like buying food and all this stuff. It's not free, okay? So where's the money going to come from? So if the people can't work for whatever reason, I think that when you have a pandemic, this is not like a normal world situation. This is not like a regular recession, okay? This is a pandemic that is making it so people are literally losing their businesses, if not their lives. If I was a government, I would say, hey, we're going to freeze everything right now, and I know some of you make more, some of you make less, but we're going to give you $2,000 a month or $1,500 a month. Spend it wisely. Don't buy Xboxes. Use it to buy food. Use it to buy toilet paper. You could probably buy 2,000 rolls of toilet paper with $2,000. That's what I would do. The government can do that. They're the ones who print the money. And people say, well, you're lowering the value of the money. No, you're not. You're keeping people alive. You're keeping your citizens alive. Look at all the homeless people right now. And it's getting worse. I was watching YouTube and saw that German dude. There's this German dude who lives in Venice, California, Venice Beach. You guys remember when I did my honeymoon over there and I broadcast from there? I had seen some homeless starting to form on Hollywood Boulevard, not the tourist side, but the other side, and talked a little bit about homelessness and how it's going to get worse. But it's like so bad now. Venice Beach has homeless people literally on the beach, on the walkways and stuff, and people were dying out there. Like their little huts, their little tents were catching on fire. It's gotten so bad the police don't even arrest them because they want to be arrested. Because then you have room and board and food. No, they leave you out there. There's too many homeless people. So instead of arresting them like they normally do, they just let them die out on the street, which is messed up, And what's stupid about the whole thing is they still, police in a lot of these places still enforce you can't sleep in your vehicle. You can't stay alive. So if you're one of the poor, if you're one of the people who somehow lost your job for whatever reason, whether it be COVID or whatever, shut down your business, or your business went out of business because they couldn't open, they couldn't sell things or whatever, and there was no government relief, I get kind of upset when they say, oh man, we're helping everybody with $1,200. In most places, $1,200 won't even cover rent for more than a month for like one or two people. What are you supposed to do about food and insurance and telephone bills and gas and all the stuff you need? I just got a notice from the state of Florida unemployment. Do you believe that? If you live in Florida and you've been unemployed or had reduced work opportunity because of COVID, then you know what I'm talking about. I got a letter from the state of Florida unemployment office. I'm debating if I want to waste my time on them anymore, because I'm like a YouTuber, and that's like a part-time job. And when COVID hit and stuff, the advertising and stuff, everything dropped for YouTube. Like, my earnings are like less than 1/4 now than what they used to be. So I don't make any money off YouTube literally now. But when it first hit, I filed unemployment with the state of Florida, saying, hey, I'm a YouTuber, and this is how much, and I showed them my statements. And this stuff is filed federal taxes and stuff, so I can prove that, I'm treating it as a job, and how much I used to make versus how much I was making in the last quarters. So initially they did approve it, and I got like one check for that. They did the boost of $400 or $600, whatever it was, $600 or something. I was like, okay, this is pretty good. This will make up for the YouTube money not coming in. Then they had the computer system redone, and then you had to go on this waiting queue. It had a walking man. Remember the walking man in Florida? He just walks forever, and you never get into the queue to fill out the forms. So that dissuaded a lot of people from doing it. So a lot of people stopped filing. And then when you file, they deny it. They deny your application for whatever weird reason they come up with. So a lot of people didn't get any unemployment, any relief in Florida. That's the state of stuff in Florida right now. So I get this email, I think it was an email, from the state of Florida unemployment office saying, you might qualify. You need to come back to the website and file again. But I'm like, I wasted 5 days sitting there for 4 hours each day trying to get into their stupid system, only to be denied. And now they're telling me to go back and file again. I might try it, but I'm thinking I'm going to just waste my time again. I'm going to go. It was a waste of people's time is what it was. You had to go on it, and it wasn't like a simple process where you just fill out. You have to fill all this crap out, and then you have to show all these contacts and stuff that you did and what you attempted to do to work and all this crap you had to prove, and then they just deny you. Some people were able to get by it by contacting their representative, but I was like, you know what, I'll just make do with what I have. Thankfully for me, YouTube wasn't my only job. I've still been working, part-time as a janitor, and that's helped to somewhat make ends meet. But honestly, if you drive or anything in the United States right now, or possibly the world, then prices have gone crazy on everything, including gasoline, which I need to drive to go to work. It's and I know the rest of the world, and lots of the world, it's a lot more expensive than here in the United States. But gas prices went up by more than $1. In some places, like more than $1.50. That's a lot. And gas is one of those things that if you're working, you have to spend. And then, food prices have gone up too. Everything's gone up. So this $1,200 that they send per person, it's helpful, but really not enough. They really need to be sending $1,500 to $2,000 per person per month. Then maybe you'll have less people complaining and revolting and wanting to overthrow the government. Oh no, we didn't revolt. It was peaceful. We're just beating the cops with the American flag because we're patriots. I know some of you are gonna get mad at me at that, but we're for that. But that's what happened. They marched on the United States government, the Capitol, while the representatives were in there trying to vote. But I don't want to get too political. I just want to say, look, if you're out there, I hope that if you qualified for the COVID relief, it got to you. If you didn't, you might want to try to research it, because I think they're a little bit more lenient this time and trying to get money out to people as fast as possible. But honestly, $1,200, $1,500, whatever it is, $1,200, that really isn't enough, especially if you don't have your job anymore, if your business went out of business. So you're all in my thoughts and prayers if you're in that situation. Warning for you, if you take insurance off your vehicle, you got to turn your tag in right away unless you sell the vehicle. Have a proof of sale, bill of sale ready to go, and submit that right away. Otherwise, they'll say, well, you submitted it too late. It's like a money grab. It's not about whether or not you were legal. It's whether or not you complied with step 1, 2, and 3 in a timely manner when they made it hard to do it in a timely manner, which to me is scummy. It's a scummy way for government to operate. You know, like right now with the homeless situation, van dwellers are getting booted out of their vans and threatened to lose their vehicle or whatever, have it impounded or whatever if they're caught sleeping in their vans. But they're letting the people be homeless on the street, sleeping under a bridge or on a sidewalk. But you can't sleep in your car where it's safer. What the heck? You know, society's messed up when it seems to be attacking the people that it's supposed to be protecting. So, pray for our country. And if you're overseas, pray for your country, because I know other countries are suffering as well. But the United States seems to have some really messed up rules and laws and regulations. So I'm hoping that when, you know, I get access to my land, that they don't sit there and say I can't park my own RV out there. That would really make me just explode. Until next time, everyone, take care. God bless you all. Stay safe. Bye-bye now.